I said. Lovely day, isn't it? Huh. It seems as though your lawnmower is broken. Quite a shame, isn't it?
Oh, well, let's not hope so. It'd be a shame to go back to the store and buy another one.
Yes, that would be a shame. Say, is that coffee over there?
Why, yes, it is. Excuse me for asking this, but are you here to sell something or something? I hope it's not lawnmowers.
No, unfortunately not. No, I was just passing by. In fact, I'm new to the neighborhood. We're practically neighbors.
Oh, well, what do you know? Welcome to the neighborhood. Which street do you live on?
666 Open Gate Way. Just down the street a little, and I'm sure you'll find me.
Open Gateway. I've never heard of it.
Oh? Oh, that's a shame. You'd fit right in.
Oh. All right.
Yeah, they got plenty of religious folk down there. I bet you'd take part in some great conversations.
How did you know I'm religious?
Oh, I had a hunch. I'm good at things like that.
What was your name again?
Oh, that's right. Achilles Slay. At your service.
And just why are you here?
Well, I came to meet Father Franklin Sullivan John II. Might that be you?
Yes. How do you know me?
I thought so. Well, I'm here on official business today, I'm afraid.
Well, I'm not interested in your product, sir. I'm sorry.
Oh, not a product, sir, I assure you. It's a service.
Well, more or less.
Well, Mr. John, Father John, I should say, I came to talk to you about a sermon you led for the preschool at the Newland Baptist Church.
What did you have in mind?
I was there last Thursday to hear your passionate words about the world we live in and how we should live in it. In this speech, you talked about how we have to work and put up with the pain and conflict caused by the actions that took place in the Garden of Eden. Is this correct?
Yes, sir.
Now, one of your students, I believe his name was Jimmy Cummings Jr., asked one of the most knowledgeable questions a child of his age could ask, and you gave an answer that I would like to shed some light on.
I'm sorry, sir. I forgot what the question was.
The question was, if I remember correctly, and I know I do, if the apple created pain and suffering and forced us to work on this planet, and only a few rise above the majority of the people, then wouldn't we be in hell now? Do you remember that?
Yes, I do. And I believe I answered no, for it was God that had created the existence of the apple as a test to our well-being.
That's right. Now, wouldn't you agree? That was a very general answer you gave him?
Well, I couldn't help it. I was in the middle of the sermon when he interrupted me to ask me that question. Afterwards, I told him that he was not allowed in a real sermon to interrupt any service the way he did.
All right. Good. 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 Good, 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 good. Now, if I were Father Slay, I would have answered that quite differently.
How's that?
Well, being the frequent churchgoer that I am, I would have said something like, "Hey, good observation, kiddo."
You would have really said that?
Why, yes, of course.
Well, Achilles, I disagree, for the teachings of the Bible clearly state my reasoning.
Well, of course you do, but you can't go around believing every book you read, can you? I mean, if you did that, you'd be as intelligent as one of those yokels who uses the internet as their main source of information.
Excuse me?
Matter of fact, you think God himself even knows about hell?
Well, why, of course he does. Just what are you getting at?
Well, I don't think he does. Because if he did, I think he would make sure that there were no tests, to make sure that we could all live in a place filled with serenity, happily ever after. I think if he knew, You would make sure this world were the opposite of hell.
No, I disagree.
Of course you do. You're a priest. You have to disagree with me. But here. See that? Have you tasted that? This is reality, my friend. This is the cause of all the hell that we live in.
Well, yes,
But if we live in all this pain and suffering, what is the purpose of the devil?
Well, there are many purposes to him. For the most part, he punishes the wicked.
Punishes the wicked. Oh, I haven't heard that in ages. Oh, I like your spirit, kid. I like your spirit. Take a bite.
What?
The apple. Take a bite. Go ahead, please, for me.
Why?
An apple a day keeps the doctor away.
It's, good.
No, it's not. I know because I grow them in my own garden. They suck, really, they do. Do you mind if I have some of your coffee, by the way?
I can go in and make you...
Not bad. I like it strong.
How did you...
Well, that's what I've been thinking, though. If the world is so evil and so much like hell, then the bad people in the world have to worry how. I mean, here you are, in your little hell. How bad can hell be? I mean, at this point, it seems like hell is a vacation resort reserved for the likes of Hitler and Fidel Castro and that bunch. Well, now, wait a minute. If the devil were to create such a place, then wouldn't that mean that the 7 days it took to create the world was actually done by...
Shut up! Just shut up! I'm sorry. I don't know what got into me.
I guess you could say the devil got the best of you. Temptation. That's what it's all about at the end of the day, isn't it?
I'm sorry?
The world, if I may say so myself, is run by the temptation of big men. They call it goals, but it's really temptation at the end of the day. For what? For money, for girls, for power? That's what it's all about, is power. And what does power bring? It brings joy. In the days of Adam and Eve, Eve waited for the joy of life to sweep her off her feet, carry her out of the boundaries of the Garden of Eden, and into a whole new world. Why did she want this? She was curious? Why was she curious? Because temptation was the first human feeling ever felt before any of the other feelings.
Look, at this point, I don't see where you're going with this. I'm lost and I'm really tired.
And if Satan was created in God's own loving image, then that must mean that he's all about temptation, right?
Yes, it does.
Don't just go jumping for answers. You're missing the entire point of why I'm here.
Oh, yes, that's right. Just what kind of business do you run?
I'll let you think about that one. Besides, isn't that why you took a bite of that apple in the first place? Knowledge, my friend, is what takes us places. Sometimes it takes us to hell. Again, I'll let you think about that one.
Oh, please, I've not been good and I'm not worthy. Please, I swear it.
Swear it to God.
Yes!
Swear it to God.
Yes, I swear to God, I swear
it to God. It makes you think, doesn't it? People only pray when they're on the cusp of going to hell. Otherwise known as living through reality. God never really answers. People hear about him answering in books, but the average man, no. You pray, you hope, you give, and you pray again. When does it happen? Will it happen? Can it happen? Yes. Yes, it can. And that is the reality of reality. It can happen that you're born into a world that you don't deserve to be in. It can happen that reality bites you where it hurts. It can happen that you witness the ugliest sights that life has to offer. Just like the story you just witnessed. The story of a man who begged forgiveness from the wrong person.
Be that woman, man. I'd rather be the devil to be that woman, man. Nothing but the devil changed my baby's mind. Oh, nothing but the devil